Hello everyone and welcome back to my Bold and Beautiful 29 YouTube channel. I hope you guys are having a wonderful day. Before we start, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. Ridge Forrester lately made some big prognostications about Carter Walton's future. Ridge feels like Carter has thrown his whole life down for Hope Logan, so he's awaiting Carter to lament it one day. Carter stole control of Forrester Creations through a sneaky LLC plan, so Ridge is determined to get it back and make him pay the price. Although Ridge is mealy over Carter's treason, he's maybe indeed angrier with Hope for manipulating Carter into this. Of course, we should point out that Hope's manipulation isn't what they showed on screen. Carter was the bone who suggested the LLC preemption plot and explained everything to Hope, so it's not really her fault the Forresters lost control. Hope was Carter's cheerleader along the way, but that's not the same as manipulating him to do what she wants. This was a decision Carter and Hope were both on board with, but he deserves utmost of the blame since his name was on the LLC papers. Nonetheless, it's easy to imagine Carter deciding Ridge is right down the road. Once Carter inescapably loses control of Forrester Creations, he'll still be stuck outside the Forrester family he formerly loved so important. Carter has lost his Gemütlichkeit with Ridge and Eric Forrester, not to mention his character has taken a huge mega-hit. It's clear that Carter won't be getting any positive references from the Forresters when it's time to find another job. Carter may end up jobless as he deals with the bitter taste of defeat, so he's presumably going to want someone to condemn when it all goes wrong. Will Hope formally again be held responsible once Carter loses everything? After Carter's plan falls piecemeal and he realizes his world has blown up, he may turn against Hope. Carter may develop a grudge and eventually detest Hope, just like Ridge said he would. Hope and Carter actually don't feel like a couple that's meant to last, so resentment could lead to some bifurcation news nearly down the line. Hope may be in for a rude awakening when Carter decides she's ruined his life, so stay tuned for updates on where effects will go from then. Ridge Forrester continued to condemn Hope Logan for pushing Carter Walton down the sneaky preemption path. Ridge claimed Carter would ultimately detest Hope for it the way everyone differently abominated her. After Ridge said he wouldn't let Hope get down with this, Brooke Logan surely didn't look happy about the way he was talking to her son. Although Ridge made a vaticination about the Forresters getting the company back, he made it clear that Carter had lost everything and would lament this. Ridge eventually told Brooke they should go home and headed for the exit. In the salon, Zend Forrester Dominguez, Electra Forrester, and Will Spencer all wondered about the drama in the CEO office. There was some talk about Hope for the Unborn getting cancelled and Steffy Forrester's issues with Hope, which Electra plotted to understand. At Il Giardino, Remy Price brought up the fact that Hope was Deacon Sharp's son and asked him if Katie Logan was Will Spencer's mama. Cleric sounded puzzled over all the questions, but Remy just wanted to find out further about the people in Electra's life. After Remy admitted Electra was special, Cleric got the feeling that she was why he wanted to stick around Los Angeles. Back at Forrester Creations, Steffy lashed out at Hope for filling Carter's head with ideas and felt she shouldn't indeed be in the structure since she got fired. Carter suggested it was his call since he was in charge now. After Steffy called Hope out for being a conniving manipulator and using Carter for vengeance, she said there was no coming back from this. Steffy advised that Hope would eventually wish she'd left the structure and kept right on going because Hope just turned her adversary into her worst agony. Once Steffy stormed out, Carter and Hope took a moment to admit how tough moment was, but they were committed to doing the right thing for Forrester Creations. Carter reinstated Hope and her line as his first order of business, so Hope was thrilled and kissed him. Brooke, Ridge and Eric Forrester all bandied the preemption situation. After Brooke expostulated to the way Ridge talked to Hope, he fired back that he'd talk to anyone who stole the company like that. Ridge reiterated that Carter's conduct were because of Hope. Although Brooke felt that Ridge demanded to recapture control of his feelings, Ridge was in no mood to settle down. Brooke understood Ridge's frustration, but she advised that he could condemn Hope and attack her son. Back in the salon, Remy showed up with a surprise pizza and said he wanted to see Electra doing her thing at Forrester Creations. Still, Remy ultimately reminded Electra that their dream was always to go to New York and suggested they should leave fake LA. Electra was going to abandon her new dream at Forrester and reminded Remy that they were musketeers, but Remy claimed they were more. When Electra stood her ground and said it was like that, Remy looked persecuted. Will eventually came back downward and asked what Remy was doing there. Remy will have a strong response to getting friend-zoned, so we'll bring you updates on all the disastrous news ahead. Carter Walton's preemption of Forrester Creations seems to be going too easily. It appears to be too accessible. Could Carter's plan be nothing but a dream? Hope Logan needs a idol after being attended out of Forrester Creations when Steffy Forrester fired her. Carter incontinently ran to the deliverance and picked Hope up and got her off the Forrester property. Still, Carter has been determined to get Hope's job back, and that has not happened. Carter acts as though he has a lot more say at Forrester than he does. Ridge Forrester refused to hear to him as well. Suddenly, Carter draws up the papers for the LLC and has control. Suppose Carter took Hope home and returned to work as he was supposed to. Hope has nothing to do since she got fired, so this being her dream could fluently be worked out. Hope really hasn't interacted with anyone but Carter and Brooke Logan. Hope could suddenly haul down and be stunned by her own study. Carter's magnet to Hope came out of nowhere. Maybe Hope is featuring the whole relationship since Carter has no way showed any interest in her ahead now. Now that Carter has blazoned his preemption, this would be a good time for Hope to suddenly wake up and realize it was all a dream. Carter may have some valid points in his preemption shot. Look at how numerous people were hurt by Steffy's decision, including those in her own family. Steffy pays no attention and does what she wants. It seems that Carter is going to be the one in for a rude awakening anyhow. Carter obviously didn't suppose this through, or he'd have made sure the LLC was iron sheath. The Forresters will ultimately get the upper hand, and Carter will find himself out on his observance. Will Carter find out that his achievement was worth it? Has Carter fully ruined his career for a pipe dream? Bill Spencer is entering multiple letters from the woman who made him believe he was her father. Luna Nozawa committed far more heinous acts when killing her real father, Tom Starr, and Paul Hollis Hollister. Along with Luna tried to frame her mama, Lee Nozawa, for the murders. She'd still be in jail, likely for life, if John Finnegan hadn't realized that his kinsman was carrying strangely. Bill jests what can mildly be nominated strange jest. When Luna decides that Lee's imprisonment allows her to be with Bill romantically. Lee told her son about that sick preoccupation just before Diamond's character's first appearance in the captivity caller's room. Numerous children grow up in lower-than-ideal circumstances. Some are raised in decent surroundings when viewing them through clear retrospection. Luna took her mama's voluntary single-parent status and used that as a base to justify killing two innocent men and cascading the legal blame on Lee. The height of ungrateful culture was corroborated through this plot, with the jotting staff going to axes to make a good point. A certain chance of people in this adulatory world see themselves as victims, as Luna does. She also justified killing her father, who she cruelly viewed as inferior, and her supposed friend, Hollis, because he set up Tom's letters. Lee was right to let Luna have it and should avoid reconsidering her. Her motherly senses are clear now, and contact with Luna would be ineffective. Luna knows she'll be confined for the rest of her life. So, why not say to Movely that she's sorry for everything that's happened? Trying to bait Bill in also makes sense in Luna's crooked mind. She truly believes that a romantic spark exists between them. So, she'll likely work on that to try and gain legal help. No defense can be offered, which would affect in Luna being set entirely free. Alternately, she can't anticipate to be given a light judgment after admitting to killing two people and framing her mama for it. A possible defense angle could have Luna be declared mentally unskillful or insane during the moments she committed her premeditated crimes or some similar legal gibberish. Bill allowed. He realized a ready-made family and loved that reality. But Luna's manipulation of a maternity test meant that he wasn't her father. Lee is burdened by Bill's decision to end their relationship, grounded on her withholding details about Luna's birth. That plot point could be overpraised if Bill and Lee reunite, especially because Katie Logan rejected his reunion plea again. Losing what he allowed was a rediscovered love in Lee, and the son he no way knew was hit Bill hard. The typically hardened bone Bill has been reeling. So, it'll be intriguing to see if he allows himself to be drawn into Luna's rearmost ploy.